Now what could possibly have been that important? There's nothing even down that road that they needed to skid off, both taking out and taking off. But now to get to the important piece. As you could tell by the title, this is my Ford Escape build-out version 2. But I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, Eric, what happened to version 1? I didn't see that video. And you're absolutely correct, because I didn't make one. My version 1 was essentially just me throwing a bunch of stuff in the back of the car, and so I figured it wasn't worth an entire video. But check out these few clips I do have of last weekend. I've got all my gear, as you can see. Got my sleeping bag and pillow. I've got some clothes, basic clothes. I do have my newest toy, GoPro. Got myself a GoPro. I even got a chest mount. So it is jam-packed full of coffee and RX bars. That's all I need. Or really, all I brought. After all of that, I decided to put a little bit more thought and effort into it, going into this with a goal to spend little, if no money whatsoever. I used a little bit of creative thinking, a little bit of organization, and this is what we ended up with. During this trip, I figured out I'd use this extra bookshelf laying around in my room for a little more extra storage and compartmentalization. My food in these two Tupperware boxes. The first one is a little more substantial meals, food that I would be eating for meals or when I'm stationary. Put this one on the bottom. If I got more snacks, chips, crackers, nuts. One of the biggest things I learned from last time was I needed a fan. Gotta keep some airflow going through here. My newest edition of the shelf is also working out nicely. Got a few extra pairs of shoes up here. All my socks and underwear in this Steve Madden shoebox. A few towels. Miscellaneous camping stuff. My GoPro. And then I'll be storing all of my clothes down here on the bottom. So as a way to secure both the shelf to the car for when I'm making turns, also the contents within the shelves, I'm going to be using some of these gold hooks. I'll just screw them here into the side of the shelf and then use this string, which I've tied to the top of the car, bring it around, do a few loops all the way down. I'll put my food, anything cold or cool needs to be kept cool. I'll put a few ice things in there, keep them cool for the next few days. Got my ukulele, and of course my fishing rod for my fishing and talking videos. Since this trip is quite a bit longer than the last one, I need to take into account how I'm going to keep my computer and phones powered up, as well as the new fan. So the fan is actually powered by one of these Ryobi batteries. I've got a few of these batteries, two of these batteries, the charger, and then this additional individual power bank. So it's more like for phones, small electronics appliances. I'm also going to be looking and getting in a power converter or an inverter from Ryobi, which uses battery power but outputs in outlets, sockets for computers and larger electronics. All in all, it turned out as good as I could have hoped. I'm sure there's many things that could be improved or added or enhanced, but for now I'll leave it the way it is, go on this first trip, and learn from there. It's an iterative process, and we'll never stop learning. Until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe it gave you some ideas for your vehicle and something to take away and use for your next build.